Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports, coming to you today with another edition of Hollywood's Hot Topics. And it's the month of February, which means in the month of February there are three All-Star games. There's the NFL Pro Bowl, there's the NHL All-Star game, and then there's the NBA All-Star game to cap it off. Now, there's been a lot of talk recently about some of the NBA All Star starters for this year. A lot of people, a lot of fans out there always say that, it's just a popularity contest and, a lot of great players get left off and snubbed. And, it got me to thinking. I really feel like All-Star games and year-end awards for the major four sports in America being MLB, NBA, NFL, and NHL. I feel like the All-Star games and the year-end awards are a popularity contest and are very biased. Especially in baseball, I feel like the year-end awards are very biased, and the Baseball Writers of America have really ruined the sport with their voting process on year-end awards and even the Hall of Fame itself. Now, we could talk about the Baseball Hall of Fame all day long, but that's another topic for another day. It got me to thinking about how should an all-star be determined? How should it be determined? How should the year-end awards be determined? And this is what I came up with. I think things like an all-star game, the MVP, whoever all that might be. I think those type of things should be voted by the players themselves. Now, you might think I'm crazy. You might think it's a bad idea, and some might say, well, if the players only get a vote, what's in it for the fans? So this is what I'm proposing. When it comes to Major League Baseball, the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, this is what needs to happen. All-star starters and reserves need to be voted on by general managers, head coaches, or managers, if you're talking baseball, and the players themselves. With the exception, and this is where it comes in fair, I think. The exception to this rule, if the general managers, head coaches, and players vote, you cannot vote for yourself, and you cannot vote for anybody on your team. And to me, I feel like that keeps it fair. It keeps it unbiased. And to me, I feel like the best players would be playing in the games. And I feel that same way for the year-end awards, like, Rookie of the Years or MVPs, or in baseball, you have two separate categories, MVP and Cy Young. I think things like those should be voted on, again, by general managers, head coaches, and players. Again, there would be that rule that you can't vote for yourself and you can't vote for somebody on your team. And to me, that keeps the a level playing field. That keeps it fair, in my opinion. I personally don't like all-star games at this point. I think the Pro Bowl is a joke. I think the NBA All-Star game is a joke. The NHL, I'm indifferent about it. I loved the Major League Baseball All-Star game when they had the rule that whoever won the All-Star game that league got home field advantage for the World Series. I like that baseball had something on the line. And to me, um, I think that's the only way you're ever going to see all-star games be better is if something is on the line. And I'm not just talking money. Like there's got to be something. And maybe it's not home. I don't know. Maybe it's not home field advantage, or home court advantage, or home ice advantage. I don't know. Um, but to me, all-star games among the four major sports are just not fun to watch, and I honestly don't take them seriously. Seriously, honestly, the skills challenges, like or like for example, like the NFL skills challenge, the NHL skills challenge, the NBA Saturday night that features the skills challenge, 3-point shootout, slam dunk contest, all that, and then you have the home run derby for Major League Baseball. Those events to me are a lot more fun than the actual all-star games themselves. Like I feel like the four major sports needs to do more skills challenges, more fun activities than actually having the game itself. Because let's face it, you know, the NHL All-Star game, you're not checking people, you're not playing aggressively. The Pro Bowl in the NFL, you're not hitting each other hard, you're not playing aggressively. The NBA All-Star game, there's no defense whatsoever. Um, Major League Baseball, I would probably say is the most competitive All-Star game out of the four major sports. Just my opinion. But again, it all comes down to the voting. I've heard so many fans say to me in recent years that it's a popularity contest, and I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think there's guys in the past that have been snubbed that should have been there. There's guys that have been voted in that shouldn't have been there. It just like the fans, and I hate to say this, but most fans don't really do their research on who the best player is. They vote for their favorites, or they vote for everybody on their home team. Me, when it comes to the baseball All-Star game and the NBA All-Star game, because those are the two ones I primarily vote on. I go through the statistics. Like I really dig through statistics. And to me, whoever the best players are statistically get my vote. And that's how it should be, honestly. Um, you know, like if you want to vote for guys in the skills challenges, that I would love to see that. That would be actually a fun way to do things, is if the fans voted on who participated in the dunk contest or the 3-point shootout, or the skills challenge. It'd be fun to see fans vote on who should participate in the home run derby or whatever it may be. But the voting in All-Star games needs to change. I believe the voting in year-end awards need to change, because it's very media driven and fan driven. And while you want to keep your fans involved and engaged, you're not necessarily getting the best versus the best. And when I watch an all-star game in any sport, I want to see the best facing the best, not, fan favorite versus fan favorite. And it's the same with the year-end awards. I want to know who a player's peers think who, like, I want to know who they think is the best. Like, if I see, like in baseball, for example, say Like, say you're voting on Cy Young. I don't care who the vote. I don't care what the writers, baseball writers of America think. Who cares what they think? They probably have never thrown a ball in their life. I want to know who the players think the best pitcher is in baseball. And the same thing with the MVP. I want to know who the players think the best player is in baseball. In the same way in any other sport, like NFL. Who do the players think is the best player in football, basketball? I can go on about it. I don't care what a journalist's opinion is of who they think is the best. I would love to see the players decide who they think is the best. To me, that speaks more volumes than anything that a journalist can write down. Just saying that. I'm just throwing it out there. It's just an opinion. Some people think I'm nuts. I don't really care. But the thing of it is I've lost a lot of respect for how the voting process is in baseball, especially the Hall of Fame and whatnot, and the year-end awards. I've lost respect for the Pro Bowl, and I've lost respect for the NBA All-Star Game. Because, let's just face it, the fans don't get it right. Sorry to say that. They never do. That's why it needs to go back on general managers, head coaches, and the players themselves. They should be the ones deciding who they think is the best. So, with that being said, my name is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports. As always, check out everything out on my social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify. If it's there, I'm probably there. So, anyways, hope you all have a wonderful day. Remember, as always, controversy doesn't come without criticism.